OBJECTION!
Yeah, I asked this guy, what one I already know. It's like, hello, you available? And I say, thank you for contacting business. How can I help you? He's like, just got off our avail point for walk-ins. And I'm like, well, it'll take a therapist at least 20 minutes or so to get down there. I said, what style massage, deep tissue, medical, and duration are you looking for? He says, 1 hour full body. That right there is code for a massage therapist, because full body is not a style. Full body is keywords. And I said, to verify, are you looking for legit medical massage or are you looking for prostitution? We like to ensure that our clients know we are medical providers licensed in our state and not a product. Given full body is not a massage style and is considered a code word, we have to verify that you're before booking any can be made. And he's either going to say never mind or he's going to not contact again. And my guess is he will not contact again. Because he was really quick before. Like, he was instantly responding, and now it's like, silence. Yeah. We know what you're up to, buddy. And when he doesn't respond, then I'll have to make a post with his number for the board. Response, I see. I just wrote, thank you for, I see. Thank you for confirming you are not looking for a legitimate massage. Unfortunately, I'm unable to book you an appointment. Like, my website even has a no talk. Yay! Welcome to the Horde. Side effects include rotting flesh, horrible smells, limbs falling off, and if you experience an erection lasting longer than 4 hours, don't worry, that'll fall off too, and yes, that goes for women as well. Alright, now that I'm done dismissing solicitors, let's go! Oh, that's dramatic. Huff, huff. Grr. How did I get into this mess? I don't know. That's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Are we dreaming? Oh, we're dreaming again. What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence. You are no longer worthy of your title. My poor baby. I've had this dream before, someplace, some time ago. As if this day was written into my destiny. Today I'll stand in court as a lawyer. To prove a killer innocent. March 23rd, 9:43 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby number 3. Beep. Oh, this is Phoenix Wright. You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? If you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too. Now listen up. You'd better get Engard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag of not guilty, I'll never forgive you, ever. Maya. Phoenix? Phoenix! Mia! Maya. How's Maya? I don't know. You don't know? She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. Maya, what am I supposed to do? Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smile. But you can't give up. There's still some hope left. Stop it, please. There's nothing left. Not here, not anywhere. Ugh, it's that accursed Engard again. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it. You're really mean, pal. Gumshoe, I'm really, really sorry. Where are you? They let me join the investigation team and we're chasing after the killer, pal. Then you have some sort of lead? Sorry, but right now we've got 0 leads on the guy. But we're not going to give up. Gumshoe. Until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down, we're going to do everything we can and find a killer. If we can get Maya out, then we can get Engard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal. That's true. I could do that if they found Maya first. You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer. I have to make the trial last longer. If you go at Mr. Edgeworth with everything you've got, then you two can draw it out. Oh, now I get it. I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're going to give it our all. We're going to give it all we've got, just like you. Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe. Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. It's the strongest weapon in the world, and you have it in abundance. Yeah, sure. Looks like we're coming to an end. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through, I know it. March 23rd, 10 a.m., District Court. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt Engard. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being, what exactly was Miss Adrian Andrews' role in this murder? That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Edgeworth, if you would, please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Engard, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. Then you're saying that she is guilty after all? No, I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. I would like to direct the court's attention to this card. What is that? It looks like a shell. This is the calling card of a certain assassin. Assassin, you say? Yes, Juan Carrito was killed by a professional assassin, and the person who hired the assassin, his client, so to speak, is Matt Engard. What a surprising turn of events. I would think it becomes commonplace by now, Your Honor. I know what's going on this time, so I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true. But we still have to hold out as long as we can, at least until Maya's safe and sound. I wonder how the trial will turn out today. Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls the defendant mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand. Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please? Okay, I'm, Will Powers. I'm a poor, underpaid action star. And what is your relation to the defendant? Well, I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way, yeah. Mr. Powers, please, you don't need to put yourself down so much. Oh, sorry, well, but I'm just kind of nothing sort of guy. On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is that correct? Yes. I didn't know that. But you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went. All you need to do is answer what you're asked. Now then, I would like you to at least testify about when you went to Mr. Engard's room. Okay, sure. After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone at first. I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I guess I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me. Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Powers' testimony. Talking with the bellboy is no big deal. If one assumes that the person Mr. Engard was speaking with wasn't an ordinary bellboy, what are you implying? Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we're in another sticky situation. Huh? A trap. Can't you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we're just going to have to charge in head first, right? Yep. After the awards ceremony, I went to Matt's room. To the defense room. Why did you go there? Well, I'm his mentor, like a big brother, sort of, and I wanted to say congrats. What's wrong? Why did you stop? Mr. Wright. What is it? You're going to try to trick me into a corner, aren't you? Huh? I know I'm just a poor underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer. No one said you were, Mr. Powers. No, please, don't trick me. Every time you do your lawyer thing, the witness suddenly turns into the bad guy. Every time? Witness, I will personally talk to the defense at a later time. For now, please kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony. Sorry. So you went to the defense room and then... Hey, wait a minute. When and how did I suddenly turn into the bad guy here? Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. Are you sure that was Matt Engard? Yeah, I'm sure. He wasn't wearing the nickel samurai mask then. If that's the case, then you really can't be mistaken. And? What was the defendant doing standing in front of his own room? He was talking with someone. At first I thought it was the bellboy. At first? What do you mean by that? Well, he was in a bellboyish uniform and he had a bottle of juice on a tray. Sounds like an ordinary bellboy to me. Yeah, but I didn't think he was a normal bellboy. Why was that? Why did I think that, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Sorry, but I can't remember right now, sorry. I guess I'm going to have to wait patiently on this one. I watched the two of them for a while, but then gave up and went back. You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant, together, correct? Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats. Now, well, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange? You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. A tip? But that's a perfectly normal thing to do. So how long did you watch the two of them? Not more than a minute or two, I think. So who are these guests you're talking about? It was us. You guys, of course, you and Maya and Little Pearl. I thought it would be really rude since I invited you guys if I disappeared on you. So I went back to my seat pretty soon after seeing Matt in the hallway. This is like squeezing water from a stone. It's probably pointless to press further. Do you remember this incident? Did Mr. Powers leave his seat that night? I don't remember that happening at all. Maya was making such a racket in her hyper state. I ended up focusing on her. I see. In any case, from his story, he probably wasn't gone for very long. Okay, so this has some weird doodly-doo. Actually, Miss Powers, only a few minutes ago you stated. Okay, yeah. You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. Of what? Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself? Ah, yeah, that's it. You really know your job. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. This bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he? Perhaps we should let the witness tell us. Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony. You mean about the bellboy, right? Matt gave the bellboy a tip. I watched the two of them for a while, but then gave back to him. What was the tip? So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that? Well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me. How much it was? But that's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket, and that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked. I'm afraid I don't follow at all. It sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. Wonder which of the shocking moments I should talk about. What was so shocking about the bellboy's face, Miss Powers? Well, he wasn't exactly a boy, more like an old gramps. I hope you know that discrimination towards the old men is a no-no in my court. No, that's not what I meant at all. In the smack middle of this guy's face, there was a line of stitches. A line of stitches? Yeah, and it went straight from the tippy top of his head to the bottom of his chin. Almost like if that thread snapped, all the stuff in his head would come spilling out. He was there at Engard's house. He was the butler. What is it, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. So that means Engard was talking with the Dew Killer then. If that were to be exposed, Engard would be declared guilty in a blink. Phoenix, you have to play dumb here, pretend you don't know anything. Yes, Chief. You're sure you don't have anything you would like to say, Mr. Wright? Huh? What did you say, Your Honor? Nothing. Mr. Wright, nothing. We're just going around and around in circles. Now then, Mr. Powers, please continue with your testimony. What is this? This is a little different now. So let's see. Let's check on the tip part now. Oops. Inverts tip. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, sure, but giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think. A little too much? Would you please clarify for the court about how much would you say the defendant gave the bellboy? Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess. And why is that? Because he gave the bellboy a really, really fat roll of cash. A roll of cash? Ah, well, how interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it? A very fat roll of cash that can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor. The judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. I don't know. There's nothing I can really object to here. I mean, who can argue that a fat roll of money isn't really odd? So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it? Payment, Your Honor. Who's dinging on my phone? Payment? Isn't it obvious for the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida? Then the bellboy the witness saw, yes, he was the assassin. Hold your horses now. Mr. Edgeworth, you don't have any proof of this, do you? Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? I have here the card Shelley DeKiller left at the scene of the crime. Shelley DeKiller? He is the person the police's special investigation team has been chasing for ages. And I'm certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley DeKiller. Really? What's wrong, Mr. Powers? No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I think I just figured something out. Oh? Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night. What? Mr. Powers, please testify to us. Tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. Right away. The second time. This time, I was in the hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when the bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Corrida's room. Now that I think about it, the bellboy did seem kind of out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. I mean... Thank you very much. That is all we need for now. Huh? But I'm not done. There's still more. Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. DeKiller, then we shall see. So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. And if the bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious. That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh. It's no laughing matter. But it feels like it. The second time. This time I was in the hall because I had to go to the bathroom. And what time was it? Well, I don't remember. The award ceremony ended around 8 p.m., right? And I went to Matt's room pretty soon after that and then came back. And then I went to the bathroom. So I guess maybe it was around 8:10 p.m. by that time? Not one for details, are you, Mr. Powers? Sorry. I thought I could maybe catch Matt and say my congrats. That's when the bellboy Starlight came out of the room. Are you sure it was the same bellboy? Yeah, and how could you tell? All the bellboys wear the same uniform after all. But you see, well, he had stitches on his face. So I'm sure it was the same guy that we were talking about with Matt. So which room did the bellboy come out of? The victim's room, huh? Yeah, the one with all the pretty flowers and teddy bears. It was Juan's room, all right. Words cannot describe how screwed I am. Let's continue with the testimony, shall we? Now that I think about it, the bellboy did seem kind of out of place. So what exactly was so out of place about him? Right. Why the insipid grin? Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's going to say next. Well, the bellboy was empty-handed. Empty-handed? That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart and he wasn't holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you? I agree that is a bit strange, Mr. Powers. But is really that unusual for a bellboy to— I want to keep saying Hellboy. For a bellboy to be empty-handed? What should I do? Should I press it or slide it? I would assume pull a fast one. Yeah, I was right. Try to pull a fast one. There's nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy. But there really, really is. There really, really isn't. If you two are done being school children, bellboys are for room service. There's no reason for them to be empty-handed ever. Your Honor, I ask that the witness' previous statement be supplanted with this new one. Ugh, Edgeworth. Are you going to do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious? I see. Very well. This court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could please amend your testimony, please. Yes, sir. I thought it was kind of strange for a bellboy to come out of the guest room empty-handed. So you're saying that it's suspicious for him to be empty-handed? Yeah, really suspicious. I mean, when I first saw that bellboy, he was holding a tray in his hand, and there was a bottle of juice and a wine glass on it. Juice? What kind of juice was it? I'm pretty sure it was tomato juice. If we could come up with some sort of reason as to why he would come out empty-handed, some sort of proof, then I think we can dodge the bullet on this one for now. Proof, huh? Sounds like another job for the court record. Please don't be so quick to judge. But it's kind of Powers' family thing. Think of every person as a thief. Well, I guess a thief and an assassin are both sneaky and silent. Okay. But, okay. You're going to have to pull those cheap tricks. Alright. Mr. Powers! Yes? You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true. But isn't he really suspicious? He's got all those stitches and... So, a baseball has stitches. Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches? Gulp. Well, there's also, I mean, what about him being empty-handed? I would like to ask the court to please take a look here. This is the crime scene. There is a wine glass next to Mr. Kurita's body. The liquid inside the glass is tomato juice. And now if you would look at what is on top of the table... in the lower right corner, anyone can clearly see that it is a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Kurita's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left. But that would mean that the bellboy had seen and left a dead body in the room. But can you prove that Mr. Kurita was already dead at that time? Mr. Edgeworth? Yes? I blame you for leading me down this route. I'm terribly sorry. What is it with him? Why is he laughing? Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us? Is there? The bellboy was empty-handed. Or should I say empty-handed? Handed. I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Huh? What? That bellboy, he was wearing gloves. Gloves? Yeah, pitch black leather ones. All the other Hellboys don't wear gloves like that, right? Did I say Hellboys again? Black leather gloves. Why didn't you mention them earlier? Sorry, it slipped my mind. Ugh, boy, does this make the bellboy look really suspicious? Alright, gotta focus. I can't get lax here. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves. Come on, Mr. Wright. That bellboy was wearing black leather ones. So, a football is made of leather? Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they are made of leather? But that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant. And then he was seen leaving a crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe that it was just another bellboy. Ugh. It seems that we have finally come to an understanding. And now then, witness. Please continue with the rest of your testimony. The rest? Oh yes, please tell us more. Okay. Their second meeting. After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door, just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room. And the old guy just left without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat. So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, went to the defendant's room. Yeah, I kind of saw all that by accident. Some accident, I'd say you saw too much. And all of it was suspicious to high heaven. I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Their second meeting. After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door just like that. I got a bubble stuck. I didn't get it, but that's okay. Is that what you saw while you were busy spying? I should hope I never become popular on YouTube where there's gonna be like burping compilations of me. Excuse me? I may be poor, underpaid action star, but even I wouldn't stoop to spying. Well, I think the point is, where did you watch all this from, Mr. Powers? Okay. Oh, from the door of the bathroom with my left eye in a sort of sneaky spy-like. I knew he was spying! Please, does it really matter if he was doing it over or underhandedly? What did the bellboy do next? That's all I care to know. He gave something to the person inside the room. I said, hold it. Okay. That's better. Ahem. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details. Oh, okay. Should I probably ask him one question at a time? Gave something to this person? Yeah, and what was this something? If I remember what it was, I wouldn't be calling it something, would I? This implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers? I think it was something kind of small. Just an incredibly crucial piece of information. Please try to remember what it was. I'll try. In the meantime, let's talk another point, namely, what the bellboy did next. Oh. So after he gave the person inside the room a thing... Who took this something the bellboy handed off? Actually, I don't know. What do you mean? I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. Only an arm? Then you're saying you didn't see the person's face. Yeah. I would like to summarize the testimony up to this point, if you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received the item, all you could see was the person's arm. Yes, it was like that. Mr. Edgeworth, is that all really important? Of course, Your Honor. I think this is the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client. Mr. Powers, please try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off. Well, let's see, I think it was... No. If you remember, please add it to your testimony. Yes, sir. If I saw it again, I could say for sure, but I think it was some sort of wooden statue? A statue? Okay, this bubble's getting annoying. Yeah, it kind of looked like one, I guess. If I saw the actual thing again, I'd probably remember, you know. Looks like this for trial to proceed. Do we have anything wood? A wooden bear. I'm going to have to come up with whatever the statue thing is. You're going to have to trust your instincts on this one. What did the bellboy do after that? Then the old guy just left without even going into the room. Is it this? Yes. Excuse me. I'm not trying to be gross. I just gotta get that bubble out. What was the point of the pregnant pause? Where did this objection come from? Well, speak up. It was me, Your Honor. What is it, Phoenix? I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I show this. Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out. Yes, sir, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix. Deep breath. Mr. Powers, the something you saw. Was it this item? Oh, hey, that's it. That's the something. Oh, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out. I recall we found this at Guard's mansion. At the defendant's house? What does this mean? It's simple, Your Honor. Shelley the killer assassinated Juan Corrida in his room. And then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime. Then the bear being found at Mr. Engarde's mansion would mean... It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Engarde is the killer's client. I hope I didn't just fuck this all up. Order, order, order. I said order. Mr. Wright, this is the most unfortunate turn of events for you. Yeah, sorry, Maya. No, it's alright. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come out. If not now, then it would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have. I almost forgot that he knew about it too. I think it's clear that there's no need for us to continue this trial. I can't let this happen. I have to do something. There has to be something we've overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please. Yes, Mr. Wright? There are still a few points left that we have not fully explored. What are you trying to pull? Oh, well, we can't have that. All right. Mr. Wright, what questions would you like to explore further?